Now move that other window over there. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh! Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy, the owner of Houston Window Experts, and I'm really excited about today's video because today we're going to do a torture test between ultra premium vinyl window and an Andersen Fibrex 100 series window. I'm so glad you're here to watch. So come on in with me, and I'm in our showroom here where we have 20 brands of windows and doors, including the Windsor, the Andersen, Amsco, Pella, Marvin, many different brands. And people tell me all the time, Jeff, I had this guy from Renewal by Andersen come out, and he's talking about how Fibrex is such a wonderful material. And he said that vinyl was no good, and there's some truth to the differences between one being better than another in certain categories. But Jeff, I'm so confused, and now I'm scared to buy a vinyl window because from what I understand, vinyl windows are terrible. Well, today we're going to do a little bit of a torture test, and I can promise you on a stack of Bibles, we have not tried this yet. This is not going to be biased in any way. I'm going to do my very best to just give you information. Some of it will be my opinion, just what I've seen in the field and the things I've heard from other people and their experiences. You can always go to the websites for the window companies that we're going to discuss today. You can research that information yourself. Always do your own research before you make a decision on which window to buy. But today, I want to talk a little bit about vinyl versus Fibrex. Now, the guys from Renewal by Andersen are going to tell you that this product right here, this Andersen, they call this the orange. They're going to say that this is not as good as what they sell. And I would invite them and challenge them if one of them would like to come onto this channel with me and discuss it and bring one of those windows with them, because I've tried to buy one and they won't sell it to me. So, or if you've got one in your house and you'll let me buy it from you, I'll buy it from you, and we'll do the same torture test that we're going to do today with the Andersen Renewal by Andersen product. Now, just so you know, I love Andersen windows, and it's going to sound like I'm bashing Andersen. I'm not. I'm just trying to dispel some of these myths, some of these incredible claims that are being made out in the field that are causing people to not make a very well-informed decision about windows. Because if you've ever had Renewal by Andersen out to your house, you'll know that they want both homeowners to be present or both decision makers to be present so they can have one of those high-pressure, ultra tough car salesman, timeshare kind of sales pitches, and they're going to spend 3 hours at your house telling you how wonderful their window is, and it's a very wonderful window. I sell it, okay? But they're going to tell you how terrible vinyl is, and when they do describe vinyl, sometimes they're not describing good vinyl, they're describing poor vinyl, bad vinyl. Just like there's good people, good TVs, bad TVs, there's good vinyl, bad vinyl. And today I'm going to show you an ultra premium vinyl window. So this is vinyl made by a company called Windsor. They're based out of West Des Moines, Iowa. They've been in business for about 60 years. They're a part of a conglomerate of a company called Wood Grain, which is about $1 billion a year company. This is not ordinary vinyl. This is ultra premium vinyl. In this particular case, it has a black exterior finish, which is very, very popular. It has a white interior finish, and it comes in multiple colors. We'll talk about that. But this is vinyl. This is a proprietary product made by Andersen that is basically their alternative to vinyl, and they're very proud of it, as they should be. It's a really good product, has great thermal performance, and it's very durable, and it comes with a great warranty as well. The main component in this is still vinyl, polyvinyl chloride, PVC, and 40% of it is wood shavings, wood that comes off of the floor of their plants, I'm guessing. But when they make a wood window, they can have leftover wood. They incorporate it into this, and so wood typically rots, but when it's involved with the coating of the PVC, now it's much more durable. You don't end up with issues like chipping and flaking and rotting and peeling and things like that like you normally get out of a typical wood window. So both of these are very, very low maintenance. You do have to clean them once in a while. You do have to sometimes maybe lubricate the balancers or something like that to make them flow and operate properly, but otherwise they're terrific. They both have the same glass. The glass is made by a company called Cardinal Glass. And a lot of times you'll hear people say, well, no, our glass is better than the other guy's glass. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you the real truth behind that. Follow me over here. You can see here that I have the Andersen window. This is a smaller version. And I have the Windsor window. This is a smaller version. And the reason we're using a smaller version is because we're going to destroy these before this video's over. I didn't want to take down my samples from the bigger samples from there. But this is the Andersen window. This is their dark exterior color. You saw the lighter color there. And I'm going to use this test right here. This is a window energy profiler. And this is an independent machine that tells me what actually is happening with this glass and what kind of energy it provides. It reads ultraviolet transmission, visible transmission, how much light can come through, how much infrared's coming through, and then what the solar heat gain. How good is this at performing when it comes to a hot climate, keeping the heat out and keeping the cool in. And as you know, solar heat gain is really an important number if you live in the South like we do here in Houston. So if you want to look over my shoulder, you're going to see here, I'm going to put this between the operable sash, right? And you can see that my ultraviolet number's 0.4%. So 4% of the ultraviolet is coming through. 58, 56, 57% of the light is coming through. And then the infrared is only 1%. And a real important number here, the solar heat gain is a 0.26, meaning that 26% of the solar heat gain of this window is allowed to come through. Okay, so I'm going to hit hold, and we'll let Clay get a nice screenshot of that. 454, 126, okay? 454, 126. Now we'll do the same thing here. We'll take the hold off. And that one is 462, 127, 26, 27. So their solar heat gains are identical, pretty much. The infrared is identical, the UV is identical. But if you notice on this one, I actually get 60% of the light coming through compared to 56. So I'm getting a little more light through this window than I was getting through the other one. And there it's down to 60, 61. So that kind of gives you an idea there on energy. So the glass is identical in these two, or virtually identical. There are going to be obviously some variations from batch to batch of the glass. But the Andersen window and the Windsor window both are using cardinal glass, low E366 with argon in the middle. Colors. This one has 4 interior colors that are available and 5 exterior colors. This product that they use on here is not paint. It's an overlay that they put on that they claim is 12 times thicker than paint. So that's a really nice feature. It's going to last a very long time. This product over here has 3 interior colors, but it has 8 exterior colors. So this has 4 interior, 5 exterior. This has 3 interior, but 8 exterior. One other thing you can get with this product as well, too, is you can just supply them with a paint code from Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore. You can send them a sample, and they'll actually paint it to whatever color you want. So in the event that you have a customized color, you would be able to get it in this product. Now, this product is actually a painted finish. It is a robotically applied, very precise quality paint finish. It's not some guy back there with a can of spray paint. It's done very well, and it's actually passed through an ultraviolet oven to help bake that on. So it does have a baked on paint finish, but it is paint compared to their overlay process. So I think this is really a great product for maintaining that color. On the grids, that's these things that you see right here. On the Andersen grid, the only option that they have, and I don't have it on this sample window, but it's the grids that go between the glass. In other words, they're not going to be on the surface, they're going to be in between the glass. And if you watch my video about grids, it'll explain a little bit more about that. This one actually has grids between the glass, as Andersen does, but it also offers the ability to have external grids. So you can have a grid that's on the outside, you have a grid in the middle that's a shadow bar, and then you have a grid on the inside that gives you your interior grid. So this has 3 sets of grids compared to 1 grid. Now, a lot of people don't even use grids, but if you're going to use grids, this has the option to be much more realistic. With the Andersen product, you would have to step up if you're using a 100 series. Now, just in all transparency and fairness, the Renewal by Andersen product that is the equivalent to this, that Renewal by Andersen sells, actually does have the ability to get the grids on the surface, also the SDLs, so that's a real nice plus if you're considering that product there. So they have 6 options for grids compared to 1 option for grids here, total options. The warranty on both of these is a limited lifetime warranty. This warranty on the Windsor is transferable for the first 10 years to the next homeowner, and this one is actually transferable from owner to owner. And so with this warranty, or either of these warranty, basically, if anything goes wrong with the glass, which is the most common issue you're going to have with a window, you're going to be able to get that replaced under warranty for free. Now, they don't cover labor. Neither one of these companies cover labor, so you'd have to pay for someone to come out and swap that glass. But if you buy the windows from Houston Window Experts, as long as you bought them from us and we installed them, we actually include labor free of charge to any warranty work that we have to do for you. So in that case, once you buy the windows, you wouldn't have to pay again for any warranty work at all. We'll take care of all the labor, and the manufacturer would supply the parts. Now, the other thing to look at, of course, is some aesthetics, right? In my opinion, I like the way this window looks a little bit better, but you tell me. You can tell me what your thoughts are. What I'm not crazy about on this window is that they have this frame right here, okay? Then they have the inner frame, then they have the glass stop, then they have a horizontal meeting rail. And I just don't like how we have so much activity here going on at that spot. I also don't like how this does not look either contemporary or traditional. It's somewhere between. On this product here, you can tell how the corners are much cleaner. Here you have an outer frame, and then you have your horizontal meeting rail. We don't have all that busyness going on right there. And then I like how it has a nice contemporary profile. Look at that nice flat 90-degree angle where these beads from the grill come to a nice complete 90-degree stop. So you have a nice, precise, clean finish. And I think just looking at the two windows side by side, imagine for a minute that they were both the same color. I do think that you're going to find, at least in my opinion, that window I think has a better look. I also don't like how you can actually see the lock when this window's closed from the outside. It's just a visual interruption, whereas on this one the locks are recessed beneath the visual line so you can get a better look on that. I also like how this product, when they do black, it's all black. I mean, all of this right here, see all of this right here? The entire window on the outside, all of it is black, okay? And on this product, even though this isn't the black one, I've got the black one sitting over there, you'll see that you're always going to have this band of whatever your interior color is. So even if you had the black exterior from Andersen, you're still going to have that band right there that's going to be visible. Andersen's answer to that is, well, put your screen in because you get a color-coded screen and then you won't see that. Some people don't like to use screens, and so that's also a consideration. One other thing that I'm not terribly thrilled about is get a close-up right there. See how you can see that weather stripping? The weather stripping is visible all along the edges here, and I'm not a real big fan of that. Whereas if you notice on this one right here, you cannot see the weather stripping. Now granted, it is black, but they do have a color-coded weather stripping. So that's nice because if you have a black window and you saw anything here, you're gonna see black weather stripping. You're not gonna see that lighter colored weather stripping. Then I like to do the credit card test. Please don't try to copy these numbers in a slow-mo pause and freeze. But you know, I like to slide the card to see what all, actually that almost held my card there for a second. To see what all those corners look like. If you notice on this one, I've got a little bit of a corner right there, okay? But I don't have any other gaps anywhere else. My corners here are really nice. And this is a welded fusion vinyl. And so because it is welded, I don't actually have any material or any keys or any components inside there that hold that together. Whereas on some products, you do have that. So that's the window. And are you ready for the torture test? That's what you've been waiting for, right? I hope you didn't skip all the way to the torture test. Let me get Jason. Jason, come over here. I want to introduce you to everyone. Jason is he's a former firefighter, right? Yep. Look at those guns. Yep. He's a former contestant in the CrossFit. Thank you. I was going to say X Games. X Games is it? Yeah. And he's also our warehouse manager, shipping, receiving. So if you buy windows from us, he's the guy that inspects them when they come in. And you know, it is glass. Sometimes it breaks. So why don't you grab one of these? I'll grab one. And let's take these out to the warehouse. And we're going to do a little bit of a torture test. So follow me out here. So Jason, how long have you been working here now?
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
All right, good. So we're not going to talk about a raise right now, are we?
I'll bring it up how this video goes.
All right.
How well it go?
So here we are at our 7,800 square foot facility. We have windows back here, as you can see, usually somewhere between 500 and 800 windows ready to go out and be installed. Jason's going to jump on the forklift, if you would. Let's get that forklift, move it back there for me a little bit. All right, so I'm going to sit a window here. Perfect, that's about right. You can turn it off, Jason. That is the Andersen window, and this is the Windsor window, and we're going to talk about heat. Now, Andersen, and they're right, they have a higher tolerance for heat than vinyl does. You know, vinyl is a softer product. When it starts to heat up, it starts to flex and it starts to bend. We've not done this, we haven't tested this yet. This is basically what we call like a heat distortion. They claim that their heat distortion starts at 173 degrees, where the heat distortion on this is 163. Now, they don't know about the Windsor vinyl. They didn't test this. They tested 5 competitive brands in their testing, and that's what they're comparing it to. So let's take the heat gun. And Jason, what I'm going to want you to do, oh wait, you know what? I think I might have, let's set it up like this. This might be easier. Okay, so the white window is the Windsor, and this two-tone window is the Andersen. And I'm going to put just a little bit of gap between those. I hope you can see a little bit of a gap there. And I'm going to get this gun, and I want you to put that heat gun on high.
Okay.
And I want you to heat right in the middle here. Like, make sure that you're getting the exact amount of heat onto both of those as much as you can. Obviously, this is not a laboratory, but we're doing our best here. Okay, I see bubbling. Right there, I see bubbling, and that is 316 degrees. Wow, that's hot. Okay, stop for just a minute. So, I don't know if you can see what I see here. Get a good shot of that, Clay. But it looks like they both were compromised. We may have actually passed the, the point of separation for those two. And it looks to me like I've got a little bit of s'mores activity right here, like you'd see on the s'mores from when you go camping. And this one here actually has some, actually that's kind of bubbly. Here, let me try that real quick. Clay, come back here with your camera. Right there. And got some shadowing, but okay, that's pretty soft right there. And that's not as soft. Now it is a little spongy. Hey Jason, let's give it some more heat till we see some real failure here. This is definitely, the vinyl's definitely softer. Now by now, by the way, you would have died and burned to death if the world actually got this hot. You would be not concerned whatsoever about your windows. Yeah, it does look to me like the vinyl is actually taking a real beating, isn't it?
Sure.
Oh, okay, that's getting pretty soft now. Hey, maybe we can mix the two windows together. We'll have a vinyl and Fibrex combo. All right, so we did that. And I'm gonna pull the two apart so we can take a look, get a better view there of both sides of that. And I'm gonna check the temperature here. 230, 250. Okay, that's pretty hot. And then this one over here, 270, 250, 204, it's jumping around there. Okay, there we go, 273, 282, 280. All right, well, we tortured those for sure. All right, let's move on to our next experiment. Let it down as far as it'll go. Okay, all right. Well, for this purpose, I think it looks like the Fibrex is going to win because the vinyl is definitely more bowed than the Fibrex is. All right, Jason, go back up for a minute. Let's see how they look when you let off the pressure. Okay, hold on right there for a second. Actually, they both pretty much return to about the normal spot. I would not recommend doing this at home, obviously, because this could damage your windows, and that wouldn't be a smart thing to do. All right, Jason, go ahead and kill it. What we're going to do next, help me with that saw. We got a sawzall here. And what we're going to do now, we're actually going to cut the end off this frame. Jason, if you would, cut right here and right there. I want to see the inside of this thing. All right, so we cut the bottom off of the Windsor Ultra Premium Vinyl, and now I want Jason to do the same thing. Cut the bottom off of that Fibrex, if you would, please. Woo! Man, that thing is tough. Okay, all right, so now we have two. Hey, we have a sale on windows this week. If anybody needs a 24 by 36. All right. So let's put these two here side by side and let you look at them. Obviously, you can see that the structure on that Fibrex, at least across the bottom, the sill pan here, is really, really tough stuff. I mean, that is really, I'm really impressed with that. That is pretty dynamite right there. Now, what you're seeing here is a corner key. In other words, remember I told you about having fasteners in the corners where this is welded? So this is part of a nylon or ABS or some type of hard plastic corner key. And so just so we can actually see what the actual product itself looks like, not just the corner, I'm gonna have Jason saw it again right here. And Jason, let's go ahead and cut off come back to here where we're not gonna hit that corner key. We'll try it from that point of view. Okay, so that was easier that time. All right, so now you can see the Fibrex in there now. So that corner key was giving us a reinforced look, which is great that the corners are reinforced. But this is what the actual body of the product is made out of. Now let's look at these two side by side for a more accurate comparison. And you be the judge of what you think there. Obviously, these are both the best of their category. This is Fibrex is terrific. And then this is the best kind of vinyl you can get. One thing I want to point out while we're standing here looking at this, one of the things that they do on the Andersen product is they actually have this little weep hole right here, where you'll see that any water that gets into the channel system will actually leak out through these little weep holes instead of finding its way out in one of the corners or something. So that's how the water gets out. One of the things that Windsor likes to brag about is that you don't see their weep system. See how on this one you can see it? On theirs you don't see it. You know why? Because it's actually a part of this little groove right here. It's concealed. There's little slots up in there that allow the water to come out versus having this on the front. What I do like about that, it's a cleaner look, which is really cool. And then also what I liked about it is you don't end up with these little plastic doors either coming off or breaking off or just having problems with popping out like that. Or the sun, this is actually made out of plastic. The sun can really do a number on those. So anyway, thought I'd point that out while we're at it. So now what do we want to do? Let's try to hit these with a hammer. One of the things that they talk about is their tensile strength and how much comprehensive strength this thing has, and they claim that it's twice as much comprehensive strength as vinyl is. And so for that, I'm going to take a hammer. We got a hammer right here, and probably need to take this piece out because that's just that's part of the weep hole, drain hole cover. That's what this is. Okay, so I'm going to take the unit here and, okay, so that is very strong, but it actually cracked, which is what I was afraid of. Sometimes when you get this much tensile strength, it's easier to actually crack the material. I'll do the same here with vinyl. Vinyl actually did better under the hammer simulation. We'll do this again. Uh-oh. Yep. So one of the things that we noticed when we install the Fibrex product is if it's like below 40 degrees, sometimes we have to be real gentle with this when we put the screws in. If we go a little too much on the screw gun and we go a little too far on this, because we don't want to cinch it down, right? We've actually split. We've actually had some of the jambs on these things split before. So I guess in my opinion, even though that's a stronger product, if you have hail damage, I think this one's going to do better with hail damage than this one's going to do with hail damage. Just my opinion, but you be the judge of that. Okay, and then the last thing we want to test is the strength of the glass. One of the claims that I've heard is that the glass from Andersen is stronger than anybody else's glass on the market. And what we thought would be a good way to test that, and this is not very scientific obviously, but I'm gonna do my best to be, hey Jason, there's a box of caulking over there. Will you grab that please? I'm going to drop a box of caulking. This probably weighs, you lift weights, what is this?
Oh, it's about 10 pounds.
About 10 pounds? Oh, and this is, by the way, this is OSI. This is really great stuff. I mean, this is $12 a tube. This is what we use on our windows instead of the cheap $1.99 stuff. So whichever window you buy from me, you got to know that the installation is going to be superb. All right, so I'm going to hold it level. Jason, you tell me if I'm level with the edge of that. Am I? Yep. I'm going to let go. You ready? Okay, it didn't break. All right, Jason, grab the other one now. Let's try it. Lay it down there. And tell me when I'm level, and I'm going to drop it.
Same spot. Yes.
Am I good?
Ready to go.
Okay, so that's obviously not going to work. All right, let's do this, Jason. Bring the fork down for a minute. I'm going to stand on there, and let's go up higher. Okay, kids, do not try this at home. Don't go all the way down. I don't want you to hit those windows. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, take me up. Just watch my head. Keep going, I'm not scared. A little higher. A little higher, okay, right there, that's good. All right. So Jason, I'm gonna need you to move that Windsor window over a little bit to my right. And I'm gonna hold my arms down straight, okay? And y'all ready for this? Do a countdown, Jason. Do a countdown for me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, it didn't break. Okay, hand that back to me. Now move that other window over there. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh! It actually broke. Okay, get me off of here. Do you think, I wonder if, no, that was the same glass, wasn't it? Because we checked it. Right. We checked the glass to make sure. Well, maybe we just got lucky on the way the box fell. You can tell that I obviously wasn't meaning to break one and not the other. Oh, you know what, Jason? Let's try the other one again because people might think, take me back up. Oh, let's go real high this time. Keep going. Keep going. Right about there. I don't want to be any higher than that. Okay. I sure hope nobody working for OSHA is watching this. All right. You know, we should have put some plastic down or something. Sorry, Jason.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, no. Actually, all the tubes came out. Okay, Jason, you know what? Hand me that hammer. We got to make, because now people are going to think that maybe this isn't even glass in there, that we're lying or we're cheating. The hammer's right there on the ground behind you. People are going to say, oh, no, Jeff probably put some kind of bulletproof glass from a bank in there. Okay, do the countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, it did break. It's real glass. Okay, well, hey, so look at me up here, and I'm just gonna close the video right here. I wanna say thank you for watching this video. If you need windows for your house, we've got a couple that we have a real nice, good sale on right now. But I'm so glad you watch this. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to share and subscribe. If you live in the Houston area and we can come out to your house and talk to you about windows, we'd love to do that. Thank you. Have a great day. We'll talk to you again real soon.